for our live or later virtual open house at Sweet Ambrosia Farm, which is located off of Wire Road, just about 15 minutes north of Aiken.
Great location. It sits on about 66 acres almost, and offers not only the main residence and a 7 to 8 stall barn with apartment, but also offers a pond cottage and a lovely pond, as well as
Lots of trails.
and a really great outbuilding in the back.
And equipment storage building, and a chicken coop, and expansive open fields, and a pool. How can we forget the pool on this summer day?
Shall we go inside and see what the main residence offers?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. As we were hurrying,
It's coming back around.
maybe what we should do is finish it.
Come inside to the main residence at Sweet Ambrosia Farm. I'm going to give you a little bit of the nuts and bolts of this home. It is a 3,360 square foot residence with 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. It was built in 1980, and what we love about it is this showstopper open living space. It really is so dramatic. I'm not quite sure if the camera can really show you the full scale, but we have the open dining and kitchen space, and then this really expansive living great room. The kitchen is honestly one of the best kitchens I've been in all of Aiken. There's abundant cabinetry. You can see how nice this is with the drawers and the cabinets above. We have 2 islands, and so there's such ample workspace here. What a great place to get prepared for, gatherings, holidays, and just, you could have your own cooking show here. We've got a drawer microwave. There's a Thermador 6 burner with a griddle range here that has 2 ovens. And one of the things that we just think is so charming is that we have this fireplace right built into the kitchen. And our understanding is that this property has a little bit of a connection with Augusta National, because the Carrera marble actually was a remnant from Carrera marble used at Augusta National. So we've got the nice underbuilt sink here, and then this awesome refrigerator, just all built in, seamless. There's great snack bar space here where people can hang out and have a glass of wine while you're putting the finishing touches on dinner. And what is great about this open space as well is that it really just brings in the light from all sides. You have the west facing, east facing, and I guess this would be east, west, and then we get a little bit of sunlight from the south as well. The great room, you can see here we have pine floors in all of the space. And the great room, it has plenty of space for a piano in addition to many opportunities for seating. There are 2 sets of sliding doors, and we'll go out there in a little bit, but there's a nice deck and then views out to the pool and then the pasture beyond. So we'll walk over to the other side of the house so that you all can see the owner's suite and one of the guest bedrooms.
Yep. Downstairs we have 2 bedrooms. To my right, your left, is the kids' room. And you do have a wardrobe closet there to your left behind the door. And one thing I want to mention too is, you've got this great, wonderful pine floors that continue throughout the home, throughout downstairs. So it just is a nice continuation. You do have a linen closet there. And then to your right, there is a hall guest bathroom, and that has all been recently redone. We've got nice floors, and then continuing back to the owner's bedroom, you have great light on both the front and the side of the home. And then again, the pine floors continue through. There's also kind of a neat feature here. She added the little mini split here, not because this area is not heated and cooled, but just for a little bit of extra. So In the house, you do have 3 heat and air units, and the mini split actually serves to cool the owner's bedroom as well as the mudroom, which will probably go out that way. And then the owner's bathroom, you have wonderful tile floors, you have a dual vanity there. You do have a nice walk-in closet to your left, and then to your right, you have that nice tiled shower, which just is nice and open. And then to your right is also, as you come out of the owner's bedroom, is another closet. So beyond the walk-in closet, you also have your standard wardrobe closet.
So I'm standing at the foot of the staircase that recently has been redone to have these wonderful iron pickets and a really nice new stair rail. And just want to point out in the entry hall, there's also a coat closet, which always comes in handy. And then there's a second one here on our right. And thank you, Tracy. So we should go upstairs because inevitably we're going to have guests, right? So let's go see those guest bedrooms. I took off my shoes to be so quiet. They're nice wood plank floors as you go up the staircase, and then the pine flooring continues upstairs in the 2 bedrooms in the hallway that transitions to both. So you can see that the bedrooms actually have nice scale and nice light, and they each have 2 closets. And I learned yesterday that there's actually attic storage you can access within the closet. So they're kind of deceptive because not only do you have this big closet, you actually have some storage that you can access within and behind the actual closet space. There's a really nice renovated bath that these 2 bedrooms upstairs share. And Becky, if you can get them a look at the bath. I love the vanities. They're really attractive and nice, you know, traditional tile, and that's actually a marble surround in the shower. And then there's a great storage closet here that goes all the way to the front of the house. And then again on the other side, we kind of have a mirror image of a nice sized bedroom with 2 closets, and then again nice light to the front looking out across the front field, and then a little bit of light from the south. Hi, we're gonna head outside, but before we do so, there is a door here accessed from the great room that takes you to a really nice, basically it's like a 2-room mud laundry room that also has an entrance to the, the exterior door goes to basically a fenced-in garden lawn area, which is great for your 4-legged friends.
You know, it is a fantastic day to jump in that pool. Come take a look. You've got this amazing, fresh looking, doesn't that just look so inviting? I honestly am about to go jump in, I think. There's a 2-year new liner here, and this is a nice deeper pool on the end. You do have the diving board on that end. And so you've got this great space here where you can enjoy and sun and be in the water and then overlook your horses. But you also have a really kind of neat space here with your raised gardens. And then to our left is the dog yard, which actually you can access through an amazing laundry room, mud room that's quite large to be able to house dogs if you don't want them in the main sections of the home. So really 3 separate spaces here. And then one thing that I'm not sure if we've mentioned as of yet is the house does have a generator. So you do have that support if needed, you know, at some times during those few winters that we have where we may need that, but not often. Welcome to the barn at Sweet Ambrosia Farm. It is the place to be on a sunny afternoon because it is so cool inside. This is your nice, cool, bright block barn. So you just feel the coolness as soon as you come in. A nice wide aisle. You do have 7 stalls. And Becky, if you want to show them how nice and bright those stalls are. And the Dutch doors go out to a little separate paddock, which then leads to another larger paddock. So if you had a horse that you needed to quarantine or that you wanted to, that was laid up, that's a great smaller paddock to start them in. You do have a double stall here, so if one wanted to add a petition in the center, you can make that a total of 8 stalls for the barn. And of course we have a nice powder room here, so you have a utility sink and WC in there. And then here's a sweet little tap room. You want to take a peek in there and show them. Place for all your bridles and saddles. It does have a little AC unit, so that if you needed to use that during the heat of the summer, you could do that, but it's really quite cool in here right now. You really don't need it. There's a great wash stall here, and you do have drains. So there is 2 septics for the barn. You have 1 septic for the gray water, for the wash stall, and then you have a septic for the barn apartment, which is the whole length of this barn. You have a nice large bedroom up there, a huge great room, or could be a rather large office and living space. And then you have a sweet little kitchen on this side, and you have entrances on either side of the barn. Another great feature about this barn is you have these wonderful overhangs on either side, and that also helps keep the barn cooler. The overhangs on both sides, plus the ends for your entrances to your apartment above the barn. So you probably come out and take a look at this so that you can see what we're referring to. So this is one of 10 paddocks on the property. The barn has its own well, and this is one of 4 run-in sheds on the property. And then Becky, if you just kind of show them the shed row style here with the Dutch doors and this separate turnout here amongst the other turnouts in the front. And they'll go all the way to the front of the property to Wire Road. Very quiet, serene setting here. And then the building that we're looking at right now, that is actually a 2-car detached garage and a really great workshop space. It is concrete floors and it is insulated. There's a little chicken house to the left over there and a round pen. And then to the right, you have a 3-bay covered area, which is great for equipment, the gator, and or vehicles. Let's go for it. Okay, sit up, shoulders back, heels down. I can only imagine the fun that we would have with teaching and all the lessons and so forth. I can just see the kids on the ponies or practicing your center line and your dressage right here in your own arena. I mean, it's really hard, and it just kind of reminds that this would be a great boarding operation or a great place to have a camp.
I think
a summer camp program. Yeah, I think you could have some fun shows or gymkhanas in that riding arena and just really have a lot of fun with it.
I think one of the prior owners used to have horse shows here between the arena and then up in the front field in front of the main residence. From this perspective, you can see some more of the turnouts. I think Tracy mentioned earlier that there are 10 fenced paddocks. 4 of those have run-in sheds. And you can see too that there's just a nice central driveway system in the back of the property.
And every ring needs a great spot for the moms or the trainer to sit and watch the horses go, and this is a perfect location.
I know, under this beautiful tree. Thanks, Tracy.
We're
taking a pause as we drive back to the kennel to really show you this open field. It's almost two fields connected, and it would just be ideal as a jump field, or it would be awesome for combined driving. I could see driving hazards put up, and really having some fun out here.
And there is, I believe, also an opportunity because the fields are separated by a nice tree line to our left behind the building here. And if that were to open up, you really could do a nice practice field, stick and ball field.
Oh, awesome. Good idea. Let's go.
Okay, welcome to see this amazing building, and it's 30 by 50 and has endless possibilities. You have this wonderful front room with your refrigerator, microwave, sink, and hot plate over there, so you can actually do your own cooking in here. And Sissy's going to share with you this side of the building.
Well, yes, this side has a nice wall space here that just is calling for it to be an office. It's kind of tucked in. You can see it's probably been used recently this way. And, you know, we were thinking about all the possibilities because we are not, we have flexibility with the zoning at this property. I mean, you could make this a small animal clinic. You could make it a kennel, which is how it's been used most recently. Honestly, it could be a great studio space or workshop.
And it's all separate with utilities. It has its own well, its own septic, and its own meter box. Utilities coming to the property. You do have a full bathroom here, so we'll just take a quick peek in there. And there's your hot water heater behind the white curtain on the right. And then this is the entrance to the kennels here. And there are 12 kennels. They all have their runs, and the kennels are all a 6x4, and the runs in the back are 4x16.
I know it would be really fun too for someone that wants to do breeding or dog agility. I mean, lots of possibilities here. And then on this end of the building, there's kind of like a feed storage room here at the end. And then we have here a grooming room with the table and the bath. And these items can remain and convey with the property if one wishes. So this circles back to the main front room. So again, 30 by 50, metal building, concrete flooring, separate well and septic, really operates independently. So lots of possibilities here. So when we were at the kennel building, we were showing you two fields, and now we're at the back of the second field. And this is the field that Tracy mentioned. If you took out that clearing of trees over there to the right and obviously cleared the trees, you have enough acreage here to have a stick and ball field. Clearly, it could be used as a jump field. It could be used for combined driving. You could, if you needed more turnout, fence turnout, you could use part of this field for it and have the open field in the middle. So lots of options for this open space. And we're going to actually drive on some more trails, and then we're going to take you to another open area that I think would be great for beehives. way to the pond cottage and just took a moment to stop so that you all could see there are a couple different trails that tie into this main trail to the pond cottage that also takes us back to the barn. Also, can you see the dock? The pond is home to a blue heron. I've seen the blue heron here a couple of times that I've come down, and it's just quite beautiful. And then there's also a few wood ducks here.
We saw some turtles yesterday. Yeah. Hi, we're at the pond cottage now, and we wanted to let you know this actually is its own tax parcel. That's one of 3 tax parcels that make up Sweet Ambrosia Farm. This cottage actually has its own private entrance off of Flag Lane. However, you saw how we accessed it, taking the ATV over the dam, through the woods, and here we are, not that far a drive from the barn. So this easily could be a guest cottage, a caretaker's cottage, and it has been a very steady rental in the past as well.
So welcome to the pond cottage. I love that charming little garden and the steps that you came down, Sissy, from the front drive. It's just a really sweet entrance to this sweet little cottage. Now they have had the property on the RVO, and it has rented, I believe, for $800 to $900 a month. It does come fully furnished, and you've got a great kind of flex space here that you could use for living, or if you wanted to do a pull-out couch, you could do that as well. And then there is actually a full bathroom over here to our right, with one of those old vintage tubs. And if you did not want to relax in your spa tub, they also have just incorporated a shower in the second bathroom.
I know, it's amazing a cottage of this size has 2 bathrooms.
It is.
And it has, you know, really attractive flooring, wood flooring, and a nice sized separate bedroom. And then here in the second bath, again, we have a full shower and a nice pedestal vanity. So really good use of space, but really my favorite space in the pond cottage is the kitchen area because all the windows look out over the pond.
It is nice to be able to look out the whole back window wall and just see all the sparkling of the light reflecting in the pond. You've got a great kitchen here with a newer dishwasher, a newer refrigerator. All the appliances are going to convey. There's also a stackable washer dryer behind, and basically everything turnkey, I think down to the utensils, can stay in this sweet little cottage. And then beyond the windows here, I'm not sure if you can see that, Becky, but there is a fenced backyard. So great for the puppies. If you don't want them to go in the pond, which I know mine sure would be. Being labs, one of them for sure would be right in there in no time flat.
but really picturesque, pretty area. You do have a dock down to your right, and then a little bit further down to the right of the pond is another fishing dock. So we'll just let you kind of take a stroll down and take a peek and enjoy the happy birds. Okay, well I think that wraps up our tour of this amazing sweet Ambrosia farm, about 66 acres.
And we have a 3,380 square foot residence with 4 bedrooms and 3 full baths.
In-ground pool.
Yes, and then there is a great barn with a barn apartment above, and the barn has 7 to 8 stalls, tack room, feed room, wash stall.
Yes, a couple handy houses there for additional storage, and then a nice 2-car detached garage workshop right behind the barn with 3 covered bays, which is great for all your farm equipment.
There's actually a chicken coop too.
Oh, we can't forget those cute chickens.
I know those cute chickens. There are 10 turnouts. 4 of those have run-in sheds, and then there is a really useful 30 by 50 foot kennel building that has a multitude of purposes.
Fabulous trails throughout, and even little fun campsites, and then a sweet little pond cottage on about 13 acres that we can get to through the woods and over the bridge.
Or it has its own private access off of Flag Lane. So fantastic property. It's offered for $1,695,000, and we would love to show it to you in person, but for those of you further afield, hopefully this gives you a flavor and sense of what this property has to offer. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.